What is good, everybody? I know normally I come on and I'm pretty excited when I first start, but there is something vital here. I want to take the time to send my condolences and my prayers out to the Baltimore Ravens' chances of winning the Super Bowl. Listen, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you do something like go behind the backs of all these fans who support this franchise and extend John Harbaugh without making him prove he deserves it? How can you sit here, extend a head coach that has not gotten you to a Super Bowl since 2012? It's been way too long. It's been way too long. There's no way you can look at a team and say, we're championship contenders and not make it to the championship game. We've had one AFC championship game in 11 years, 12 years, however long it's been. Longer than that now, probably 13, because I don't think we've been to the AFC championship since we did it last year. 2 years ago we went. But prior to that, we haven't been to an AFC championship since the Super Bowl we won. But you feel this head coach deserves a chance to go out into another playoff game tied, get on the line with Derrick Henry in the backfield, and either call a freaking run out to the right with your quarterback, you're going to roll him out to the right with the entire defense and throw the ball to Mark Andrews again for the fifth play call in a row and let him drop it again for the fifth play call in a row. But that's your contract extended coach, right? You're going to do that. Or do you want to get to the one and on the first play, when you try to get in the end zone, you call a pass to your left tackle? I'm sorry, what? You called a pass. That's right. John Harbaugh called a pass to the left tackle when we played the Bills in the middle of a snowy game. He figured we'll slip the left tackle out to go catch the ball. I'm sorry. We've got a 6'30", 500-pound running back in the backfield by the name of King Henry, and you don't give him the ball. Okay. I'm trying to calm down, right? Trying to be level-headed here. I'm trying to think, what could, anybody have possibly done to stop this from happening where we don't extend John Harbaugh? I got nothing. Lamar came in 2018 and gave this man the biggest lifeline I've ever seen in my life. John didn't know what to do when Joe got hurt. Joe got hurt, and John said, can I phone a friend? Here comes Lamar, Captain Save-A-Ho, and he does what he does best, and he becomes one of the great quarterbacks in the league, right? And here's John Harbaugh dangling on from his balls as Lamar runs in for every touchdown, and John's just like, we did it! We did it! Cannot stand the fact that John gets to ride passenger seat with Lamar Jackson on this run. And I think the worst part is we've shown over and over again, if you take John off this team, right? Take Lamar off this team. John, the coordinators, the entire franchise loses their mind. They have no idea what to do. But you want to extend this guy 3 more years. And you know why they did it? Because he's got him convinced. He does himself a favor. He goes, "Who's got it better than us? Nobody." And then he hires all his cousins, his brother's sister's brother, and his sister's ex-boyfriend's cousin's uncle, and nieces and nephews. The family jobs. Hold on a second. We got Mr. Couch Rider Raven in the building. Thank you, sir, for joining us. I'm not saying Lamar has done it by himself. You're right. He hasn't done it by himself. No one player can do it by themselves. But he's elevated this franchise to a level they would not see without him being the guy leading the way. Right? This is why I have such a passion for why I think John Harbaugh gets too much credit. Because when we win, and you can't deny this, the media, when we win, they are, "Oh, John's such a great coach. John's such a great coach. John, the way he led these guys, the way he runs this team." But when we lose, Lamar's not good enough. Lamar needs to be better. Lamar this, Lamar that. So I think part of my disdain for John Harbaugh comes from the media, because they make him out to be this great head coach, but then they don't give Lamar love. Now, you're right, but we're the only ones that do it. We're the only ones that give Lamar credit, right? I honestly, and here's one thing where I've been a little bit different from everybody else, is that I give the credit to everyone where the credit's due. So when John Harbaugh went in that game when we played Houston and he called a phenomenal game, I gave him credit. I said, John didn't make there was no dumb flag plays. There was no going for it on fourth downs when we didn't need to. It was smart decision making all the way through. And I loved it. And I gave him credit for it, right? And you're right. Some of us, we defend Lamar to the end, right? And I will blame Harbs when we lose, just like I blame Lamar when we lose, right? I said in that game against the Bills, at that halftime, I was telling everybody I knew, Lamar has fumbled the bag. He's going to cost us this game. But then Lamar turned around in the second half and he brought us back. And then it was Mark Andrews who fumbled the game. Now, the one thing I have a problem with is Derrick Henry was still running the ball well, and you didn't continue to run the ball. And Derrick that's what he was brought in for, right? So it's the coaching decision to, like when John Harbaugh gets in an interview after, he says, "Well, I made a decision on that first play to try to sneak the pass into Ronnie Stanley for the touchdown." What? Why would you do that? Why would you try to pass to the left tackle? Well, it's not even. So here's the thing. I don't think the formula's working, to say the least, because he's not consistent with his formula. It can't be a formula if you don't stick to it. And he doesn't stick to it. Regular season, he's all about let's run the ball. Postseason, he's like, I'm not running the ball at all. It makes no sense. Like, you can't get down to the one, have one of the greatest running backs to ever play the game, and decide we're not going to give him a touch at all. He literally said, so what did you want to do? He's like, if you want to go up there and run it with Derrick Henry 4 times, knowing they're expecting it, then go ahead. So you got this big offensive line. You got a big 300-pound fullback. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You got a 300-pound fullback. You got Derrick Henry. Yes, run it 3 or 4 times in a row. You're going to score. And then I think the worst part is on the plays, he pulled Henry off the field altogether. You keep them two in the backfield together, and you got that mesh point, that defense does not know where to go. You can sneak Lamar out for the quick score. Derrick could drop it, go ahead and drop that shoulder and land, fall forward for 3 yards and get the touchdown. I think it's just a simple matter of John Harbaugh does not know. I think he's too stubborn. I'm not going to say he doesn't know football. He clearly knows football. He's from a football family, right? And I think he's so stubborn that he's like, we're going to do this my way, and that's the only way to win. And that's what scares me. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. If we use that game plan we used against the Steelers against Buffalo, we win big too. We win big, probably blow them out. But again, John Harbaugh is stubborn, so he goes into the game thinking, "Well, I'm gonna have my quarterback outpass your quarterback, and then I'm gonna when it comes down to this 2-point conversion, there's no explanation you can give me why through say several different coordinators, he's run the same exact play for the 2-point conversion where he rolls out to the right and tosses it to Mark Andrews. And it's never worked. And I think in his mind, he's like, I'm going to make it work. And y'all all going to watch me make it work. And it never works. That is my problem with John. It never works, but he wants to keep doing it. It's literally the definition of insanity. You know what I mean? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. He's literally insane. Like, I can. How many times can we put playoff faults on Mark Andrews when he's consistently bad in the postseason? At some point, the head coach has to go, it's time to go in a different direction. Postseason's here. Let's get Isaiah Likely out there on that play. And on top of that, coming across, Bateman was open going the opposite way, but because Lamar's pulling to his right and there's linemen blocking him, he couldn't get the ball to him. So he had to toss it to Mark. So you literally limit your QB, your MVP QB, to one target. Hey, I got two. So I hear you. Me too. I'm insane though. I know it's something twisted in here though. I need John Harbaugh to know that. I know it's something wrong with me. So I know it's something wrong with me. So I know I'm insane. Like, you look up insanity, my picture's not too far from it. I guarantee that. But I need John Harbaugh to know that. He needs to get on board because it's certain things he does as a coach that bothers me. Just like the franchise in general. I love the fact that they brought back Ben Cleveland. But then again, I don't, because you know what? John Harbaugh is not going to play him. He's forever in John Harbaugh's doghouse. I'm pretty sure John made he's like got his soul set to Ben Cleveland will never play it down in the NFL as long as I'm a head coach. I'm going to keep him on my team, and he's going to stay on the bench forever. Like, forever. He's got a grudge against that man, and I don't know why. My brother Jared in the building. What's good, sir? Cleveland is. I'm glad we agree. Cleveland is a prisoner. He's being held from trying to have a blossoming career, and it's part of John. That's because John Harbaugh's insane. I try to tell y'all. That's what he do. The man's crazy, but he's the Ravens head coach for another 3 years. Extended out to 2028. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. I can understand maybe they make a run this year. He gets to the Super Bowl and you win the Super Bowl, or either you're right there and then you extend them. I got no problem with that, right? Because in that case, he finally earned that. But all statistics say after 5 years of a coach QB combo, they never win the Super Bowl. If they didn't win it in that 5-year span, they never win it after that. But for some reason, we think we can break the mold. We think, yeah, this has got to be it. John's got to be it. You know, the same guy that probably cost us D-Hop in his prime. A guy like D-Hop in his prime, because he said, we're not going to beg for receivers to come here. It's not what we do. Not me. What head coach says that? And the DUI didn't help, because now he's gonna sit on the sideline. John's gonna be like, yeah, you think I forgot about that? Yeah, buddy. I told EDC to sign you just so you couldn't go nowhere else and play. You're right. The culture carousel outside of Pitt, KC, Philly is scary out there. I get it, right? But Philly, let's look at Philly. I'm glad you brought up Philly because Philly won a Super Bowl, then fired the Super Bowl winning head coach, and then went and got another coach and went back to the Super Bowl twice, and won one of them. So, what's stopping us from going out, getting a new head coach, and going to the Super Bowl the next year? Only thing stopping us is the fear that we won't get another head coach that got as lucky as John Harbaugh did. John Harbaugh got lucky, and we could be Dallas. We could be. There's a lot of actually. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. We are Dallas. We are Dallas. Now we're not Cleveland. We're way better than Cleveland, but we are Dallas right now. Dallas is a team with a. And I'm not saying Dak is on the level of Lamar by any way, shape, or form. Not even close. But Dak is a very good quarterback, right? A lot of people think I don't like Dak. I actually do like Dak Prescott, by the way. I actually do like him. He's a pretty good quarterback. He's got a pretty good roster around him. He's had one of the best offensive line in the league for years. You know what's stopping them from getting to the Super Bowl? Their coaching. You can't have some of the best defenders in the league. They got some of the best pass rush the league has seen. They got Micah Parsons. They had CeeDee Lamb on offense. They had talent. Zeke was a beast when he came in. Now, not so much. But when he came in, yes. They had Tony Pollard. The man had all the weapons he could ask for. But the coaching was terrible. So no Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, but that's because the NFC, whether people like it or not, the NFC has lesser talent. The NFC is the lesser, like there's less talent over there. The talent in the NFC, how can I put this? It's closer bunched together than the AFC is, right? The AFC is top heavy. When you mess with the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, you'll get one or two other teams that sprinkle in and out, whether it be the Steelers or the Dolphins sprinkle in and out. Those teams are stacked, right? Well, not the Ravens, but the Chiefs and the Bills, stacked, right? These crazy rosters with great coaches, and they do their thing consistently. Those teams are very good, and they out physical any team for the NFC. And that's why it seems like if we were in the NFC, we'd dominate. We'd probably be in the Super Bowl every year because the physicality is different in the AFC than the NFC. The play style is different in the AFC than it is in the NFC. But when you really look at it, I think personally, if you put the Ravens in the Super Bowl against last year's Vikings, the Eagles would have did to us exactly what they did to the Chiefs. I hate to admit it, but the Eagles would have did us exactly how they did the Chiefs. And it would have been scared. It would have been sad because they beat us in the regular season. Remember, they beat us so bad that when John Harbaugh finally wanted to give old boy a shot to get on the field, he's like, nah, I'm good. I don't even want to play no more. If I got to play the champion in the NFC South to get divisional round, we'd definitely be going further every year. I believe that. But again, the Eagles, I don't think it would have. And I love Lamar Jackson. I think he raised this team to a different level. But I don't think the game would have been any closer. Because look at what they did to us when they played us before. They beat the snot out of us when they played us. Remember, that game was over, like, halfway through the third quarter, that game was over. The Eagles just taking their time and walking through the rest of the game. We had nothing for them. And I think if that was us versus the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I think they dog walk us. And they just smile about it too. Straight dog walk us and have a grand old time. That's if they could walk in, because I think that game when we played Philly, it was in Baltimore, wasn't it? I can't remember. I think it was in Baltimore. They came in on our home field. Let me go look that up. Give me a second. Let me look that up. Because if that was in Baltimore, that's even more embarrassing. Let's see here. The final score. It was in Baltimore. It was in Baltimore, and the final score was 24-19. But we scored a garbage time touchdown. They walked into Baltimore. Dog walked us to the point where we had to get a garbage time touchdown to make the game look close. Straight abused us. And they wasn't even fully healthy. Now imagine that fully healthy team that the Chiefs had to deal with in the Super Bowl. And them dudes was playing at another level in the Super Bowl. Like they were monstrous. They would have dog walked us again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Couch. They would have did us dirty, bro. They would have did us dirty. They did. They absolutely shut down the run, and that's why I say they would have did us dirty. They would have dirty bird all over us. Listen, because if you look at it, we didn't have the wide receiver talent that they had. We don't have that talent that they had. That Chiefs squad was stacked. Travis Kelce, yeah, them dudes had everybody they wanted, and still got smashed. Thor style, Hulk style, destroyed, and dog walked them. We'd have walked in there, and I love Rashad Bateman. Let me just say this because I claim Rashad Bateman as our wide receiver one in Baltimore. I've said it, and I'll say it again, right? But they'd have walked in there, looked at Rashad, looked at Zay was hurt. We didn't even have Zay. They'd have looked at Rashad and looked at everybody else because ain't nobody else have a name. They'd be like, okay, we got Rashad. Then we got, what's his jersey number? 18. I guess. They'd have looked at them dudes and be like, yeah, this about to be a cakewalk. Zay was hurt, remember? Zay was hurt. They didn't know when he was coming back. So he might have not even been back in time for the Super Bowl. And even if he was, he wasn't. I'm sorry, but he wasn't going to make that big of a difference. They was going to shut that down, man. And I love Isaiah Likely, too. Isaiah Likely, that's my dog. He should be tight end one. He's tight end one in my eyes. But they're the dog walked us. Ain't nothing we could do about that. The Eagles would have dog walked us. I mean, they would have put out. Our best bet would have been to walk in that game and ask them what color collar they want us to put on. Because we was about to get dragged. Dog walked all over the place. That was it. Game time. I'd have had to go to sleep during the game. I'd have had to go to sleep. I'd have been so hurt. I would have left my room for days. And forget work. I definitely would have went to work the next day. Oh Lord. I wouldn't have went to work. I promise you. I love my Ravens, man. I know sometimes I seem like I don't, because I'm a little hard on them, right? Pause. That sounds crazy. But I'm a little tough on the Ravens. So I know sometimes it seems like I don't love them, but I do. They would have dog walked us. That's facts. The refs was like, hey, Chiefs, we ain't got your back in this one. If we help you win this one, it's going to be too obvious because it's on the main stage. So it was like, you got to do this one on your own. But they, listen, I was watching the game and I found myself, this is how bad they was beating the Chiefs. I found myself saying, I hope the Chiefs come back a little bit, like a little bit, make it a little interesting in the book, just a little bit. You ain't got to win, just make it a little bit interesting. I felt bad for him. I've never felt bad for the Chiefs ever in my life. I never felt bad for another NFL team ever in my life. But when the Eagles was doing them like that, I was like, nah, this can't be life. If this was, I already knew. I was like, if this was us, dead men walking. We was DOA, dead on arrival. It was over. We were winning that game and got stomped. We got stomped. Well, that's because I know why you loved it, because your son's a Chiefs fan too. So shout out to him, by the way. I agree with this one. But I just couldn't find myself to be. I was like, dang. You know what it is? I think in my heart, I wanted to be able to say at the end of that game, well, yeah, if it was the Ravens, we'd have won. Because if it was close, I could have said that. Because I'd be like, we was better than the Chiefs this year. So if it was us, we could have won. Nah, that dog walking make me just glad it wasn't us. Like that dog walking made me glad it wasn't us that got drug around. That was, oh Lord, that hurt. Jesus, that gave me stomach bubbles, man. I didn't know what to do. It hurt bad enough when we lost to the Bills. When we lost to the Bills, I walked out the house, man. My lady was like, "Yo, we about to take that Raven sign out that window," because I got a Raven sign in my window. Got the Raven flag up in my window. She's like, "We about to take that out because I ain't wear my Raven hoodie for like 2 months." I couldn't do it. I was hurting. I was in tears. But it's funny because as much as I was in tears, I began the season saying the Ravens ain't a Super Bowl team. And yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. But before the show, he came out and said he said, I'm gonna let you do your rant because I know you upset. He know how I was feeling about this John Harbaugh extension. And we about to get into his Panthers now because I don't know if you can see it. I was watery-eyed. I almost cried when I saw the news. I was devastated. I got the news when I was driving. I almost got into a car wreck. It was terrible. I'm dead serious. I was in my work van. I was coming back from the job. And my phone, boop, boop. What's this? John Harbaugh extended. What? 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 I almost took a whole highway out, man. I was pissed. Listen, it's not even that. I can see why. Listen, I can see why they why everybody would think that though. I actually just mentioned that to him before the show. I said it just happens that he's a Panthers fan and I'm a I'm a Ravens fan. So it ended up that way, but let's go Harbs. That hurt my soul. Even just saying that, just putting that on my screen. My chest hurt now. My chest hurt. Anybody got something? I don't know, man. I need some gas relief or something from that. I don't know.
I said bust out the Tums.
Yeah, bust out the Tums. I need it now. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this whole thing with John Harbaugh?
My thoughts. It ain't my team, so I'm joking. But
You're right.
The Panthers have been firing coach. Look, the Panthers have been firing coaches left and right. So we ain't got a problem letting the coach go. Like if Tepper or Nicole, whomever thinks you ain't gonna do the job, out you.
Boo.
Y'all on the other hand, y'all on the other hand, I don't know. Y'all can't get out your own way. For some reason, John has y'all in more of a chokehold. It's a noose at this point. It's a noose. And he's hanging y'all from the skyscraper in New York.
Bro, I'm inclined to think he's got some type of insider information on somebody, bro. Like he's got pictures, video on EDC.
He has Deshaun, he has R. Kelly, Deshaun Watson type information on somebody.
Yes, like he
Like
He's got it stacked
he
up.
caught somebody
He good to go.
like he caught somebody at the Diddy party doing something vulgar,
Yes.
downright
'Cause, I
diabolical.
mean, don't you? I remember just what was it, 2 years ago? Before he got his last extension, 2, 3 years ago, he came out and he said, listen, I'm not trying to be around for a rebuild. After that, it was like, okay, we're not rebuilding anymore. Because remember, right, he said that right after EDC said we want to go younger and we want to get more young talent, whether it be through free agency or the draft. John Harbaugh said, I'm not trying to go through a rebuild. And next thing you know, no more rebuild. Go get Kyle Van Noy. we got we got D. Hopefully he can play this year. Um That's his name. He ain't D Hop no more. He's D. Hopefully he can play this year. That's his new name. We get all these vets, and it's like, well, I thought we was changing our ways. We're going younger. We're gonna go through the draft and free agency for young guys. But it was like John was like, nah. I'm gonna show everybody that video. You gonna stick to my game plan. And he was like, all right. Whatever you say, Sir John, sir. I like we were all done at that point. At that point, it was jump off a cliff. But Lamar saved him then, and then after that, he was like, I got that blackmail. I got that blackmail stuff. Just like Marv. Just like Marvin Lewis. Yep. That hey, they run together, so you know. But yeah, your Panthers, revolving door at head coach, it is. But I praise them for taking the initiative to go try to find the guy rather than saying, we ain't want no chip, but we gonna ride it out. Unlike some birds over here, where we stick with the same guy and we ain't won an AFC championship game since 2012. Only been to one AFC championship game since 2012. Or no, I think we went to one after that. We might have went to one after that. I'm just saying. Which LSU receiver?
I want to say you're talking about what Lacey, either
Oh
Lacey,
man,
whether it's Lacey, TMJ, or who else? Of course, Jettis and highly paid.
TMJ was trash.
Yeah, I try to believe in him. I try with all my might. I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah,
But, I mean, as a
that's
Panthers fan,
people
I can't really
KKK,
talk.
right?
Yeah, as a Panthers fan, I can't really talk that much. I mean, we haven't even y'all say y'all haven't been to the AFC Championship, but we haven't even been to the playoffs. So it's even much lower, much worse. Since the I want to say either 2015 or 2016 season, something like that. So yeah, we really been firing and losing and all that stuff. But I feel like Dan and his front office, like they mean business. Like they didn't hold on to Ian Thomas, thank the Lord, and all his followers. Um, like the Lego Shed Thompson, like they're not afraid. They have like no strings and no emotion attached to this. Dan knows what greatness looks like. He's been around NFL legends, soon to be, well, one is a Hall of Famer in Pep. So he knows what it takes. And he was a pretty good linebacker himself. I caught him at the tail end of his career when I started following. But he was a pretty good linebacker himself. So definitely we're gonna get one prove, and with this draft, going to prove that hey, yes, I was in the same front office at as old dude before me, but that was not me making the decisions. This is going to be this is going to make a huge difference. Now, do I think we're going to make the playoffs this year? We'll see. We'll see how Bryce improves now that he got over that mental block that he got over. That whatever he did to get past his girl, leaving him for a basketball player. He's trusting his O-line now. He's finding more dudes than Adam Thielen. So if the draft goes right, if training camp goes right, we might be a dark horse, and that's at best. But I said come 2026, 2027, that's when we're gonna be done being one of the NFL's bottoms. We're gonna be done being disrespected. Because I don't think Carolina didn't even have a primetime game this year. That's major disrespectful. Not even one. Not even one. But I do believe that we are starting to right the ship.
As prime time. They consider the 4 p.m. games as prime time.
You know damn well what I'm talking about. I'm like, no Monday night football, no late Sunday night game. Like we saw the same. Like what team did we saw like over and over again? Like I don't even think we got a Thursday night game if I remember. I think we did though. I don't know.
No, I thought y'all had
but
one.
Still though, like I think every team has to have at least one Thursday night game. Probability wise, but I don't know. No Monday night football, no Sunday night football, like nothing.
I'll say this though, they're in their defense, they're in the middle of a full rebuild. And we were talking about Terrence Marshall Jr. That was Jay's guy. Jay swore he was gonna be good. And
I tried, bro. I tried.
He ended up being pretty bad. Like he fell off the map. I don't know how, but he just did.
That's the map. The atlas, the world, the globe. Space
that was really tough. Like I said, you guys are in the middle of a complete rebuild, so I can see why. If you can't find the guy, then I can see why it would take a while to get things going. But for us, we have a solid foundation, right? We have our guy at QB. To bring in, who I would have loved to see as the head coach, and most people won't agree with me on this.
Who's it?
Zach Orr. Okay. I feel like he'll do a great job running the team he'll let his coordinators do their jobs. The offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, he'll let them do their jobs. And he'll focus on running the team as a whole, and all the guys love him. He was a really good linebacker when he played, really smart, knows the game of football. Of course, he had his career taken away from him by was essentially a birth defect with his spine. So if he took a wrong hit, he can end up not walking again. That's why people were yelling at him. His family members were yelling at him when he jumped and did the chest bump that game and fell on the ground because one serious bump and he can end up paralyzed. But he should end up the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens because I think they have a ton of love for him and they really want to play for him. Hey, nah, I think he'll be fine, man. Because you talking about not managing timeouts. John Harbaugh don't know how to manage timeouts either. That John Harbaugh has no clue how to work the clock. That's one of those things about him that used to piss me off. It was crazy because John's had that problem more than just this year. So, but we knew this year that a lot of it was on him being a first-time DC and really trying to learn things on the go. So we knew that, though. But years prior, John always struggled. John was a nightmare at freaking running the clock. He was one of the worst I've ever seen. Like, personally. I've never seen a head coach as bad at managing the clock as John Harbaugh was. Like not last year, but years prior. Last year I didn't see that many bad situations that was really on him more than it was on the defense not being set and ready to go. Yeah, no, I agree. He had to get used to what he was doing. He had to get better. And that's why I agree. That's why I said I don't put a lot of that on Harbs this year. That's why I said years prior. But this year was kind of like it was a growth thing with Zach Orr as a defensive coordinator. But I think the energy he brings, that youth and that energy, is what the team needs. I think I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna hurt to say this. Oh, I can feel the heart palpitations coming through right now. John Harbaugh is a decent head coach. Oh, but
until it
his
comes to the
message
playoffs.
is, yep. Until it comes to the playoffs, and his message is just stale now. Sometimes after a while, you just need something different, and he doesn't seem to be able to bring anything different to the table. And I think that's why Andy Reid is such a good head coach, because he can change with the times, he can switch it up. He knows what situation calls for what and what doesn't. Again, John Harbaugh's just got that one. Who's got it better than us? Everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but I think it's just getting. I think that's just getting stale.
Well, I will say, like Reed lets at crucial times he let his. I think he said it himself. He let his coordinators, no call play, or he let Spagnolia, I'm saying, drop a defensive scheme that's going to get a stop. So like he lets his coordinators do their jobs or know what they get paid to do. He just of course, make the call, the final say so. Because Reed doesn't have a problem like giving like props to what's his coordinators.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
unfortunate that old dude fell off a cliff after he left the cheese. What was his name? Um,
um, Eric Bieniemy.
Every man, I don't know where he is now, but
Well, he was with Washington, but then when Washington switched over the regime, I think he ended up head coach at a college somewhere.
hmm.
But and he is he Andy Reid is a wizard, absolutely. I just I really have a problem with I really have a problem with the fact that this team tends to, up until this year, and John Harbaugh has and Greg. This is why I didn't like Greg Roman as much. Like why I couldn't stand him. They admitted as much as to saying in their interviews, they would go, "Well, we just got to go perfect our game plan. It doesn't matter who we facing. We got to perfect our game plan." And that alone told me enough of what I need to hear. Because if you're saying we got to perfect our game plan, it doesn't matter who we're facing, that means you're running the same game plan no matter who you face, rather than knowing the weakness of the other team and capitalizing on it, right? If you're lining up against the Chiefs and or the Bills, and they have one of the worst run defenses in the league, well, guess what you need to do? Run the ball. Instead, they come out and they just follow their regular game plan, or they decide, oh, we're gonna pass. We're calling all pass. We're gonna spread the field, and they do the opposite of what tape tells them to do. And that for me was a problem. That's why I didn't like Greg Roman. Harbaugh still goes by that, and you can see it in every game plan. You see, okay, they ran this last week the exact same way, the exact same amount of times. Now, is it that they saw something in the defense, or let's just go out and run our game plan? You know what I'm saying? That's my problem. I just don't see, like, Todd Monken has done a great job with he's done a little bit better with adapting. Not great. He's done a little bit better with adapting. Our defense no longer adapts. They no longer adapt. They run out there, they run that zone, and that's it. That's it. And that's why we're having so much trouble on both sides of the ball right now. Yeah. But it's just one of those things where you have to, if if the team's struggling doing something, you can switch it up a little bit, but maintain your game plan. Like the whole fact that the Ravens still run that gap scheme. Why? We can't block for gap worth a darn. Every time we run a gap scheme run, we get demolished. We're getting stopped in the backfield. But when you run zone, you run that outside zone, inside, you're running for 10, 15 yards. That should tell you. Run the zone. Switch to a zone scheme run game. Get rid of the gap. If you got to throw it in there every once in a while to throw the defense off, fine. But don't run it constantly. He did. He got better. But you know what? This is where things come in. Was it that Zach got better, or was it that the defense of the players themselves actually stepped up and took accountability? Because if you notice, after the bye was when they got guys like Marcus Williams off the field. And they just got those type of guys off the field, and you didn't have to worry about, somebody missing their assignment as often because these guys knew how to play. They knew what to do. They knew where to be. So I think that was more of a personnel issue than it was even a coaching issue, which is, I mean, that's blasphemous when you pay $70 million for a safety and he doesn't know where to be on the field. But, I digress. That for nothing is wrong. I call him Flop Lele, by the way. He's Flop Lele because that man is always flopping on the ground somewhere like a fish. He's either flopping on the ground or he's standing in the middle of the offensive line looking around like he's got nothing better to do with his time. I don't even want to get into Flop Lele. He pisses me off too. You know how many times I've seen him hike the ball and then he's standing there doing this? And then he turns around and he's looking at Lamar. Hey, Lamar, what you going to do? What you going to do, buddy? I swear he be ready to go sack Lamar himself. Hey, buddy, what you going to do? Lamar, where you going? Bruh, go block somebody, please. But, again, they said Flop Lele's the guy at guard. They said Flop Lele.
But what about the left guard, though?
Voorhees.
Like somebody has to man that.
They said Voorhees is the guy. They said he's a 7th round pick with half an ACL. He's the guy.
Well, I'm gonna pull up the Ravens depth chart right now.
He's the guy. I'm telling you, watch, pull up the depth chart. They got Voorhees there. They got Voorhees at left guard, and they got Flop Lele at right guard.
Lamar's gonna die.
It's a big, scary situation, ain't it? Hey, Couch, we can't say stuff like that. We can't say he's all right because the Ravens take he's all right as he's greatness, and we will never get away from him as a starter. They plan on – listen, this is how you don't know how they really feel about the offensive line. John Harbaugh comes out and praises Falele and praises Voorhees. The ADC comes out and says, we're always going to do our best to put the best 5 guys out there. Whoever that is when time comes is who's going to be.
No.
What?
No. Like I'm not. I'll say it like this. I'll say it like this. I'm not going to write off Voorhees yet because I don't think we all haven't seen him play as much. So he could put in the work this offseason and prove everybody wrong. But there's no way that I'm going to have a competition of Voorhees, Van Cleveland, and whoever the hell Darian Delcourt is and be like, whoever wins is the left guard. No, you're going to draft a first-round talent in Booker, Alabama, in Will Campbell, LSU. No, even Gray, Zabel. Zabel have a good combine. He could do a better job. This the middle of your whole line. If y'all face the Eagles again, if y'all ever face a team like the Eagles,
done for.
Lamar's going to be, playing hopscotch.
Done for. You want to know the worst part?
I'm not talking about like the.
We don't have another tackle on the roster either. We don't have another tackle on the roster.
I mean, his name. I mean, his name is Corey Bullock.
They must have just signed him. He was not on the depth chart before.
Corey Bullock is your
We
second
did not
string.
have another tackle
I'm
on the roster before.
He is 6'3", 314 pounds. 20. He's a youngin.
Oh, that's why
that's
he's
it.
one of those guys that they signed to a reserved future contract.
Sure.
Yeah, so he's not actually on the depth chart. He's there to possibly make the practice squad.
He's on the depth chart right now. I mean, I'm looking at this right now.
I mean, everybody has to be on the depth chart right now because there's no practice squad. So we have no real backup tackle. Like, we need a swing tackle. We got to draft a swing tackle. The ideal situation is to draft a swing tackle who can start at guard. And it's crazy that you got to think that way. Think about that. Now you're talking about drafting a young guy to come in and be your starting guard and be your backup tackles. So if one of your tackles go down, you got to pull your starting guard to go play him at tackle and plug in somebody that you didn't want to play in the first place. That's what
I'll say like here's my plan for y'all. If God forbid somebody goes down, like I thought the plan was have Rosengarn, like say if Stanley injury bug comes back, God forbid, put Rosengarn at left tackle, then whomever, let's say, I mean, hell no, I'm not playing Halle out in space. That's just been practice. Maybe Ben Cleveland out there. I don't know, but yeah. Bottom line is y'all pretty screwed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the Panthers got lucky with drafting and keeping him somehow. Like, y'all could have went out after Brady Christensen because we just let that man, Testamar go right on ahead. We signed that man for a cheap 1 year, $3 million. Y'all mean tell me y'all couldn't fork up $3 or $4 million for a guy that could play all 5 positions?
They could. They just don't spend it on the people they want. We spent that $3 million on a backup quarterback. We could have drafted a backup quarterback. Oh, wait. They tried that last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
They tried that last year, didn't they? With the old boy they got over there now, Mr. Devin Leary. Trash pick. Trash. So we were forced to sign the backup quarterback because Leary's trash. So the money that goes into an offensive lineman.
And I see y'all. Y'all trying to copy the Panthers. Y'all got your own redhead in Cooper Rush. I mean, y'all saw how productive Andy Dalton was for us. Y'all had to do the same.
I'll be honest with you.
One thing y'all didn't copy us was
Rush.
I'm saying he's solid. Yeah, he definitely won Dallas some couple games over his career. Some that he was just a complete game manager. He let the defense do their thing, but he didn't lose the game either. I think was that him that won like 4 or 5 straight? That was it last year or the year before that when Dak was hurt?
I think it was the year before when Dak got hurt.
And
that's when Jerry Jones was saying he thinks Cooper could end up being a full-time starter or a permanent starter.
Crazy.
Yeah, got out.
Jerry is senile, cataracts, glaucoma, amnesia.
Agreed.
I can't go any further, but y'all get my point. Whatever Jerry says is just not valid anymore. Like that man is just gonna work. Like that man's really gonna be Carter Peter Smith off the Family Guy. He's gonna work till he dies. He's not gonna give up the reins until it's really off his cold dead hands.
I'll say this: I think as far as that Red Rifle comment goes, I don't know if he has much left, but I know he has the Ravens number. He's always had the Ravens number. I don't know what it is. Every time he see them birds on the field, he go crazy.
Like I said, man, he pulls the can't do it mean.
He's tossing it all over the yard. Crazy.
I mean, to be fair, like Andy Dalton had a trio of wide receivers that couldn't be stopped at that time. So yeah.
Yeah, but I think we seen him. He started for the Saints against us and dog walked us.
He did start for the Saints. I forgot about that.
It don't matter who he played for. We played somebody else, and they starting QB got hurt. He came out on the field. He dog walked us again. That man knows how to beat the Ravens. I don't know what it is.
Let
He
me see
knows how to beat
some.
the Ravens.
Let me see if they can pull it up.
AJ Green was nasty too, man. That boy could play, but he continuously. I mean, Andy Dalton just continuously came out against the Ravens and put up numbers. I don't care who he played for. He came out and was like, numbers. I got this. If you just compile a tape of Andy Dalton versus the Ravens, this man looks like an all pro. All pro.
I mean, he has a losing record against y'all. Yeah, 8 wins and 11 losses with a pass rating of 78.6, 4,717 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions.
He put up.
That's just
For you to put up 4,000 yards against one team, it's crazy talk. Against one team?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's great. That's like saying, yo, every time I'm putting up 200 to 500 yards. I don't care what y'all do.
Okay, against the Browns. I mean, this is not fair. No, Andy Dalton record. I'm looking at, was it the Bengals are in the AFC? Was it North or East? Remember that?
Hey, it's a few teams out there.
Right. I was correct.
It's a few teams out there that got our number. A few quarterbacks out there that just plain and simple, we can't beat them.
Oh yeah, not Joe.
Gardner Minshew. That man, Gardner Minshew, dog walkers every time we play him.
That's a sad sentence I ever heard.
Gardner Minshew, I think Gardner Minshew's undefeated against us. Look, right as I said it, I think Gardner's undefeated against us, bro. Every time that man walk on the field against us, he be walking out, he confident as hell holding his jersey. Yeah, I got this one. Yeah, I got this one. I'm about to make it happen, dog. I'm about to eat now.
Gardner Minshew has a 2-1 record against the Ravens in his career with a pass rating of 97, 729 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
Dog walkers. Dog walks us. I think the one loss he has against us was when I think he was the quarterback of the Colts and we came back and won that game. But he dog walks us. Every time, bro. And I think it's 3 teams we played it because what's our record? What's his record against us?
2-1.
2-1, right? Yeah.
No. So I witnessed the Raiders one. I witnessed that. I couldn't believe that one.
Yeah,
I lost some money on that one.
The Raiders, he beat us as the Raiders, and he beat us when he was the quarterback of the Jaguars. And he lost to us as the quarterback of the Colts, and we came back to win that game. We were down big in that game and came back and won. That's the game when Lamar put up the ridiculous numbers, and then Tuck hit the game-winning field goal. Gardner, he's a problem when it comes to facing us. Gardner is a problem. Gardner is a problem, bro.
Okay, Pat Mahomes. Let's see, Pat Mahomes.
Pat's another one. We only beat him once.
Yeah, 4-1.
Once in the regular season.
Good God, with a passer rating of 116.6. 1,770 yards, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 5 games.
Yeah, I told dog walking us.
Bro, don't make me do it. Don't make me look up what's the dude's name? Josh Allen.
Dog walking us.
Oh Lord, don't let me look up Josh Allen. Okay.
Josh Allen don't play well against us.
Okay. Yeah. He does it. With a pass rating of 66.3, 613 yards, 1 interception, 2 touchdowns. Okay. Y'all got Josh Allen's number. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, Josh Allen
Whew.
don't play good
All right.
against us. It's literally Gardner Minshew, Andy Dalton, and Pat Mahomes, bro. We just can't beat him. I don't know what it is. And I told people when we played the Raiders that year, it was the first game of the season, and I was like, "Oh, we got this." The starting QB went down. Gardner Minshew came in. I said, "Oh, we in trouble." And damn sure they ended up winning that game. And I was like, "Oh, I knew it. Oh my goodness." And he said every backup pick QB, pretty much, yeah. Every time Pittsburgh got a backup QB that come in, they do us dirty. He's not lying. It's sad.
Kenny Pickett does have a 2-1 record against you.
Every backup Pittsburgh quarterback plays well against us.
Mason Rudolph, he doesn't. He's not very good.
No, but Mason, when we played them with Mason was their starter. Mason was their starter when we played.
Who else?
It's the backup quarterbacks for Pittsburgh that give us a problem.
So Joshua Dobbs. Yep.
What's the other dude name? I couldn't stand. Even when they had Seneca Wallace as a backup in Pittsburgh, he was
going that far back though.
I promise you, that far back. I promise you, every Steelers backup quarterback.
Joshua Dobbs fits. Yeah, Joshua Dobbs has a 79.9 pass rating, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's not.
Yeah, but he shouldn't even have that many yards, man. It's crazy.
Let's see who else. Let's see. Mason Rudolph, Joshua over the years. Mason Rudolph. I can remember off the Steelers. Where should we eat him?
Duck Hodges.
What the fuck? In his professional debut against the Ravens on October 6, 2019, Devin Hodges completed 7 of 9 passes for 68 yards and rushed the ball twice for 20 yards.
He came in as the backup. Yeah, he came in as the backup. Starter got hurt. He just went crazy.
And look, and that was when I was supposed to win the Super Bowl.
Squeaked by Mike Vick.
You know what I'm saying? That was when everybody was on the big trust. Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Don't see me type stuff.
Mm-hmm. And he gave us fit.
He played like that against that team.
Listen, you need to go back to that same year or the following year, and when we played Miami, and look what Miami did to us when they came back. Look, Tua went crazy on us. It just looked bad, bro. It looked so bad.
Couch Rider said we barely beat Michael Vick, right? Let's see what bitterness is.
Barely beat Michael Vick as Pittsburgh backup quarterback.
Michael Vick had a pass rating of 82.9 with 758 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions in 4 games against the Ravens in his career. See, look, that's not bad.
Yeah, but when he was the Steelers backup, he was about to beat us. He was about to beat us. And the year with Lamar, that's exactly what it was. Now the year against Lamar with the Ravens, we had a big lead, and they came out in the second half and said we zero coverage all the rest of the game. And that's when they blitzed us every play, and we had no clue how to stop it. Lamar got abused. Our defense couldn't stop a thing. And they came back and won 23-20, like Couch Ryder just said.
For stars and giggles, Cam Newton has a pass rating of 108.5 with 534 yards and 4 touchdowns in 3 games with the Ravens in his career. He set an NFL record during a game against the Ravens, completing 13 to 17 passes for 118 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yo, I'm telling you, Ravens struggle against some QBs, man, and I don't know, man. It's a John Harbaugh era thing. It's only been like that since John's been here. Because our defenses prior was actually real defense. Teams were scared to play us, man. Now they just laugh. You got teams that
Y'all
wear
actually had a
Titans on
killer.
our logo.
Good look, y'all had a killer at linebacker. I don't care what the judge says.
That's facts. That's facts. I can't argue that. I love Ray, but we all know what happened. we all know what happened. Ray got away with murder. That's what made him one of my favorite players.
Murder heroes. Murder heroes.
So we go. Let's step away from the football for just a little bit here.
All right.
Unfortunately, JuJu Watkins gets hurt, torn ACL, in the middle of the tournament. We're going into the Sweet 16, and I don't think I'm the only one that wanted to see this, but the whole reason for me watching the tournament is for JuJu versus Paige. That
was really dope.
I was waiting.
I was about to sack lines too.
Yeah, I couldn't wait. Kyle Ryder says we buy everybody this year. KC going down. I'm not on that same boat with you, Ryder. I don't think so. JuJu gets hurt.
I just gotta see it proven.
Do you think USC can keep pushing without her, or are they pretty much done now without JuJu?
I'm gonna give them a chance. Well, it's really do or die. So I'm gonna give them a bit. I think people are going to rally. I think they're going to rally, or try to rally, but realize that that JuJu is leaps and bounds above some of the competition they face. Like some games, she just won on her own. Like, yeah, y'all here to make me look good. When I pass you the ball, make
it. Yes. So I honestly,
but JuJu,
that's one of the reasons.
Definitely going to miss some star power.
Yeah, no, yeah. JuJu, you're losing a lot of star power, and I think she's one of those, I want to say, once in a lifetime athletes, man. Some with the stuff you see her do on the court, it's gonna be amazing. I hope she makes a full recovery, and we can watch her do her thing again next year. But to see her versus Paige was my tournament matchup that I was waiting for. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that now because this is Paige's last year. She's in the draft this year once the tournament is up. So, Huskies, let's go get her that chip. And I gave UConn the edge over USC. Because as a team, I think as a whole team, I think UConn just has the better squad, best defense in the country, and then they have other people that score, man. I mean, when we blew out the game before last, when we had that blowout win, I forgot who we were playing, but Paige was our third leading scorer in that game, or fourth. She only had 12, while we had a couple.
They got all that talent on their team.
Went crazy. So our team, I mean, UConn is stacked, man. That squad, UConn women are stacked. We had 2 straight blowouts in the first 2 rounds. So it's one of those things where I just think it's destined for UConn to win this year. UConn women. They've fallen short the last couple years. But I think we need to get Paige that championship.
South Carolina.
Yeah. And I was happy when they won anyway. Even though I'm a UConn fan, I was still happy when South Carolina won.
Undefeated, by the way.
Yes. But I'm still, in my heart, I needed my UConn ladies to win. But we all saw how that played out when we got screwed against LSU. I'm gonna let it go though. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. They cheated, but I'm gonna let it go. That was not a foul.
Wow.
All right. That was not a foul. Aaliyah Edwards did not foul her, but we'll let it go. So yeah, my UConn ladies got screwed. But this year, I think we go all the way. I think we win the chip. Paige gets her farewell. Um, and she gets
Hmm.
drafted number one in the draft because I mean, who else you taking over her in this
Of
year's
course.
draft? You know, unfortunately, I don't think she'll end up with the Connecticut Sun. I would have loved that
Yeah.
because my
Y'all need a
son
team
gave we
first.
literally
First,
we
y'all
gave
need a
away the
team.
entire team.
Y'all
Yeah,
need a
we
team.
gave away the entire team. Like we had a squad. We were there every year. We were in the playoffs. We were contending,
Oh man,
and it's crazy.
I appreciate it, Coach Ryder. Thank you,
All right,
man.
appreciate you for coming through. Anybody watching, if you're not subscribed to Couch Rider, please go check him out. Great content, does live streams, phenomenal, good brother over there. Him and Cam, funny dudes. You got to go watch it. Appreciate you for coming through, brother. But yeah, it's my son are in trouble, man. I don't even know when that WNBA season comes around. I'm just gonna. I think I'll just check scores here and there. I don't even know if you want to watch. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna hurt. But son's gonna be hurting. UConn. I love Paige. She's a phenomenal talent. I think we'll still be in a good place next year when she's gone because, like I said, we have so much talent. We got the freshman. I believe her last name is Starks at center. She's nasty, dude. I mean, she's blocking shots left and right, getting double doubles, triple doubles, putting up 20 points. She's talented. So we have, and then we all know, as much as some people hate him, Gino is a darn good coach. To win as many championships as he has over the years, as a head coach of this squad, and for us to come in and be competitive pretty much every year is phenomenal. So I'm gonna give a man credit where credit is due. It's almost like he should get a 3-year contract extension. Unlike some other head coaches, he should get a 3-year contract extension. No, but it's. I feel bad for JuJu. Such a great talent. Again, when she comes back next year, hopefully she's at full strength, and because some players they get an ACL tear and they lose a step, and they aren't the same player they used to be. And I'd hate to see that for her because she's so phenomenally talented. And you know who I blame for this? I blame JD5's mom. I say what you will, but Jaden Daniels' mother did this. I don't care what anybody's saying.
Stop. Come on, bro.
Jaden Daniels' mama did this. She was so I guarantee you, man, that girl was out there balling, and she was getting, she was like, man, I can't believe she embarrassed me on TV like that. And then Jaden Daniels' mom went back there, was doing some type of voodoo. Next thing you know, my girl JuJu down there holding her leg, man. That's a man. And Jaden Daniels, man, you
Look,
need to man up, bro. You let a
look,
good one
look.
get away, bro. You let a good one get away. Guess what,
Who's to
Jaden?
say that you?
Juju don't need your money, bro. Juju don't need your money. Shorty got her
All
own
right,
bread. You know what I'm saying? And she
all
got her
right.
own bread coming. She don't need your bread. So don't get your mom out your ear. Because you're gonna end up with one of these thoughts. You don't need that. You don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Flex Zone in the building. Hey, listen. If you haven't seen Flex Zone podcast, please go check it out. Them boys always got the great content over there. They interview
All right.
any and everybody you could think of. You know what I'm saying? From the little
All
guy
right.
to the big guy. They all show up on that channel. They cover wrestling. They cover everything. Everything we cover here, they cover over there. Please go check them out. Hit them with a like, share, subscribe, all that. Same thing for my boy Couch Rider, my boy Ghost, J the Six that you see up here with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Go check out my boy Jared who came through earlier. He got the Southern Bowler show. They got that fire over there. If you don't know about Southern sports, those is the guys to hit it from. They got it. They got it. We got good
But
people
Rich,
in
I
the
just
circle,
do
man.
videos and play video games, man.
Listen, nah, Jay. Listen, don't let Jay pull the wool over your eyes. All right, this man is so multi-talented in what he does. It's crazy. First off, the editing skills. I've to watch this man come from where he began to where he is now, and to see the growth. Brother, I'm highly impressed. I I love where you're going with the channel. I love how you still stay on top of your gaming with Twitch. I don't know how he does it, y'all. I don't. The man's got a gaming channel on Twitch. Then he's got a YouTube channel that where he's covering all. First off, all the hottest shoes. All right, all the hottest sneakers coming out. This man knows them. I don't even know how he keep track. I couldn't keep track. I've been and did 2 shows in a row in the same damn sneaker and not even realized it. This man, I don't know how he does it. I don't know. He knows all the names of the shoes, everything. The man's on point. Phenomenal editing. Still covers the Panthers in the process. And I'm gonna say it now. He's on his way to getting a deal with Simply to get that juice deal going. So
I
I'm
wish,
just gonna put
man.
that out there.
I wish.
I'm gonna put that out there. Hey man, I know you say you wish, but I'm gonna put that out in the air because when you work hard and you believe in what you do and you believe in where you're going, it happens, man. And nobody deserves it more. You we see day in, day out,
But I
you and me in
definitely,
the chat together. We see
before
you
I
put in
help,
the work.
appreciate it, man. But before I potentially make simply and go peak see some money, I do want to be signed first because there's no way I'm gonna be like Ashton Hall giving Saratoga Water all this free promo and not get that. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
scared for real.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. No free promo over here. No free promo over here. Pay me. Pay my boy. Y'all hey simply, y'all want some more shout outs on here? Pay my boy. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a tag on my boy's shirt next time. Sponsored. You know what I'm saying? Yup.
Actually, it's money. It's
And
fun
yeah,
that you mentioned simply because
it goes one of those too.
I got an idea. Well, Bojangles sponsorship. Hey
Yep.
man, Blueberry biscuits or the what else they got that I like? Their tea ain't gonna like their tea is not bad. It's like the rule of thumb is Bojangles tea, McDonald's tea without the ice, and somewhere else that I like to go. I mean, Burger Boy down here is not bad, but it's not great. Well,
Okay. See, my boy got the T spots lined up. Here ain't no. See, listen. This is why his edits and stuff is coming out so great. This is why he on top of his game with all these shoes. The man's drinking tea. He not out here drinking the raggedy stuff that most of us drink. Where he out here drinking soda and all this other crap. Right? My man's drinking tea every day. Like, hey Jay, you want soda? Nah, give me tea. Hey Jay, you want some juice? Nah, dude, got tea in it? All right, then nah, just give me tea. Hey Jay, you want some water? Only if I can put a tea packet in it. My boy is all over the tea. All right. So get him a deal. Somebody sign him now. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna strike gold. You gotta get in there. You gotta get it while the getting is hot. Mr. Ghost, our resident
damn
food
ghost.
clinic said Chick-fil-A tea is canceled. That's crazy work. And I'm gonna have to take his word for it. All right. He's the food review man. He knows what he's talking about.
All right.
Okay. If
Food
he say it's
critic.
canceled, it's canceled.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? He's
And look,
the
I'm not
food critic. If it's
right.
canceled, it's canceled.
And I'm
They
not
won't
talking
see me
about
ordering tea.
I'm not talking about a random person on Yelp. I'm not talking about a random person on TikTok doing whatever. No, he actually cares. He actually cares about the flavors. Pause. He actually cares about
passion.
Passion.
Yes, absolutely. So if that man said they canceled, don't get tea from Chick-fil-A. Don't get no damn tea from Chick-fil-A. You ain't gonna like
and just stick to stick to the peach milkshakes in the summer.
Yeah. They stick to listen. Y'all might not like it. Stick to the frosted fruit punch, all right? I don't care what anybody says. It's good.
Whatever.
All right? Get you a frosted Fanta. Get you a frosted Fanta on. It's good. Fuck what they say. It's good. All right. Don't take my word for it. I'm not the food critic, but take my word for it. All right. I'm the next best thing to a food critic. I'm a fat man. You can take my word for it. Right? there's a couple things that big boys don't go against. One of them is food, right? I wouldn't lie to you. Okay. It's delicious. It's delicious. I think I'm gonna go get me one next week. I'll try not to do it on the weekends. But maybe Monday, Tuesday. Maybe I'll even bring it on the show next week. We'll see. You know what? I just realized this was supposed to be the debut. Actually, it was supposed to be last week. This was supposed to be the debut of my new championship. And I forgot to get it to bring it on. I might have to run and get the championship. I'll save it for next week's show. Because it's upstairs somewhere in my room. I sleep with it next to my bed. For those moments. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When you lay down, the law, and you gotta get up and you got a reminder, you one of them ones. You grab your belt after and you throw up your one. Acknowledge me.
Sir, do I look like The Rock to you?
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be on my Roman Reigns. As soon as I'm done, I grab my championship, throw it over the shoulder. I'll stand there for 10 minutes, just like that. I'll stand there for 10 minutes, just like that, and then fall asleep with the belt on my chest. Just so you know. just as a reminder. I'm that dude. That's me. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't afraid to say it. I ain't afraid to give you a peek behind the curtain. All right? That's me. That's what I do. Nah, don't be like him. Don't be like him. Nope. He learned the hard way. Don't be that dude. Don't. I never understood the premise, and I guess where this is the part of Big Boy Talk where we get into the much more of the show, the actual Big Boy Talk, right? Where you just have conversation. I've never been one that was interested in the whole swinging or, open relationships or having another person come in when you have a partner. So that thing that Ghost sent us is the reason why, right? Because the last sight I need in my head, and let alone bro said he went and patted her on the head and said it's going to be okay. The last thing I need, the last sight I need in my head is for my woman's eyes to be rolled in the back of her head because of another dude. I'm the only one that's going to make you roll your eyes in the back of your head. That's my job. I do that, okay? I'm the only one busting it wide open. I can't have nobody else doing it. That brother found out the hard way. Like, he literally found out the hard way that you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now he over here can't get none because his wife his woman's still sore from another dude. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I've been the victim of my own problems, right? I don't like it when my woman tell me we can't go because she's still sore from what I did, let alone from if another dude did it. You know what I'm saying? If I just picture if I get mad, he ain't just like he tried to throw you under the bus, so he just left you. I just imagine like if I get upset when I did the punishing and I can't get nothing because I punished her and she sore, how am I gonna feel if another nigga did it? You know what I'm saying? Like if another dude came in and was like, ha, 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 ha. And my woman was like, listen, I can't. It's damn near a week later. She like, listen, I can't.
It's over. It's over, bro.
That relationship's
It's
done.
over. It's over.
That relationship is done because the second he has a bad night, whether it be a bad night in bed or just a bad night with her where they arguing, what you think she gonna bring up? Let him argue. She gonna be like, you just mad you can't roll my eyes back like homeboy did. That's it. I'm done. Get out my house. Get out. Get out. I don't ever want to see you again. And then the worst part is it's something you got to live with forever now, even if y'all split up, because it's on the internet now. It's out there. You don't ask the dude on the internet for help. What should you do? Seek counsel somewhere private. That's what you should do. Go talk to a therapist.
Like anything else, man. Like I told y'all in our chat, in our messages and stuff. Like, yeah, like that's a fate worse than death. Like there's no way I'm watching my significant other get destroyed. There's just no way, bro. I'm sitting there with eyes wide open, just watching. But some people like that. Mentally, I can't do it. You got that shit is burned into your brain, bro. And God, look, hopefully you do have dementia and just start to forget shit. And even if you did, that particular scene in life is gonna stick with you.
Yeah, I can't, man. I think the thing that did made it worse for me was him saying he went over to her and rubbed her head and pat her on the head and said, it's going to be okay. Bro, what, like, at that point, he's committing murder.
What do you do, bro? Like,
he's murdering the nanny at that point. He's killing the cat at that point, bro. Dead and gone. And you over there like, it's going to be okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's never going to be okay. Because unless she comes out and she's like, you know, yeah, we did it. But if she can honestly say she didn't enjoy it because it hurt too much or there was no passion there or, you know, whatever, they'll never be the same again. I mean, even if she didn't enjoy it, they'll never be the same again. But
I still wouldn't believe it. Like, I still wouldn't believe it. Like, I don't care if it didn't feel good. I don't care. But the fact that he made your eyes roll back, like, the fact that
the man gave you a full-on seizure.
Even that, I'm the type of, like, what if, God forbid I hear about it, but if I see it, bro, like, you no longer mine. Now, I understand from the story, it was on their bucket list or some bullshit like that. Like, it was on their bucket list of swinger party. Stupid, by the way. Don't y'all ever do that, folks.
Yeah, don't ever do that, people. Oh, and I believe he said the guy let loose in her, too.
No, but
it's not his anymore.
Like, hit that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not his anymore. That's no longer yours, buddy.
Like
you just
gave
your woman
just hit that tag. You know what I'm saying? Tag you. You know what I'm saying? And start running. Start running away from you.
Yeah, because that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you're gonna have to search her phone every day for the next.
I'm not even searching the phone. I'm just leaving. Like mentally.
No, I'm saying him. I'm saying him.
I'm gone.
Yeah, no, him. He's gonna have to search her phone for the next however long because unless it was just one of those things where they didn't exchange numbers, you know, they just met the people and was like, hey, let's go do this, and you know, they did that right then and there. But if there was numbers exchanged, you got to go make sure she ain't got his number no more, because I mean, she'll probably just go find him on social media anyway. But
It's cold out
he
here.
done let loose in her after, you know, doing what he did. Yeah. Yeah, nah. That ain't yours no more, man. That ain't your woman no more. It's unfortunate. Y'all probably had a bright
Like,
future.
like,
Uh
like shit like
but
this. Shit like this is how some shit like this is like how some people turn to the damn Joker, Batman, Two Face. You know, I can go down like that's the start of a
yeah, no,
villain story. Even though
absolutely.
it's your fault in the first place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is like a Daredevil villain backstory. Like this is it. Like, and if you look at, he might as well be Muse. He might as well be Muse. Because what's Muse doing? Muse is going around ripping people eyeballs out. He might as well be ripping people eyeballs out. But you know why? Because he can't stand the thought, the vision of what he saw. So he don't want nobody to ever see anything like that ever again. He's Muse. That's it. From here on out. Yeah, see, I ain't even gonna put that. I know exactly what he said. I'm not even gonna put that on the screen. But that's exactly what he said. When he said that, I'm like, and then he proceeded, after he said that, he proceeded to say, "You ain't putting that in my girl. Why'd you change your mind? I don't care what was on the bucket list. If you saw that and you go, you ain't putting that in my girl, you stand your ground at that point. Nah, babe, just say, nah, we can't do this. No, she didn't even want to do it. Based off the story, she was like, she was unsure. And then she was like, all right, we did say we was going to do this. But it's like, bro, for homie to just walk up to Shorty and just be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. then and then you just go ahead and go along with it after that? Nah, big dog. That wasn't smart on your behalf.
like, bro, your manhood gone, bro. Like,
Bro,
right.
you wasn't he knew at that point that he shouldn't have did it.
And,
And he still went along with it.
and I yeah, and I get it. Like he like from his side, he did the the doggone thing with the what 2 girls or him and another girl, whatever. So no,
Yeah,
it's
it was
some
him and
payback.
another
So
girl.
right. And I'm looking
It
like,
was
all right,
him
cool. You
and
have fun.
so here's the thing though. Did he have fun? Because it was him and that dude's girlfriend. Because he came over and slapped it on that girl's head. His girl. And then he slapped it on
Mm-hmm.
the other girl's head right before they did it. But so for you to see how he came over to his own girl like that, where he just came over and was like, and then you was like, nah, you should have stuck to nah. But in your mind, you wanted to do his girl so bad that you was like, I'm a G up. This is on our bucket list. We're gonna do this. He probably went into homeboy girl and was like, this ain't even what I thought it was gonna be. It's a little more open than I thought in here. Like he was in that bit yelling down the hallway. Hey yo, anybody in here? Am I alone? Oh, no. Right? He was yelling down the hallway. He was yelling down the hallway. He can't even. If his girl don't do no key, he better pray his girl do Kegels and get her that tight because that's exactly what's gonna be. He's gonna be falling in. He's gonna fall in. He's gonna go in there like he gonna be like, "Hey baby, I'm on the way." Like what? Done, done, done. All his his fault.
It's fault, bro. You got too greedy. What happened to you?
Yeah, man. It's certain things that you should look at yourself and say, why is this on my bucket list? Does it
Right.
belong here? One of these things is not like the other. you, you shouldn't be
Like,
going down your bucket list.
right? Like, can I suffer the consequences?
Yeah, like if when you go down your bucket list, right? Okay, buy a new car, check. Buy a
Right.
house, check. Uh, take a ride on the sailboat, check. Go skydiving, check. Let my woman have sex with a dude with a big ass dog. What? What? One of these things is not like the other.
Oh man,
One of these things do not fit.
literally.
Literally. One of these things do not fit. And you got no choice but to be upset with yourself more than be upset with her or anything else, because she was okay with you saying no and backing out of it, and you still said, all right, let's do this. Nah. Nah. That don't work, G. That don't work. Yeah. I'm not putting that up here either. But I know exactly what you mean, bro. Ghost, I know exactly what you mean. Sounded good when you was watching it, right? You was watching it, you was like, yeah, this is it. And then in real life, you was just like, this ain't it. This ain't, I can't do this. These things ruin lives. They
Always,
ruin relationships, these different things.
man. Like I get being adventurous, but I know for me, I consider myself somewhat vanilla compared to other human beings in life. Like, yeah, I'll try like a new position. You know what I'm saying? If I can do it, I can do it with what God has given me. Like, sure, I'm open, but there's just some stuff like I probably like growing up. Every man probably thought a menage a trois or no 2, 3, 4 more, whatever. That was great. But as I got older and like learning myself, I'm looking like, yeah, for some reason, like I don't know if it's spiritually or physically, I just can't do it. I can't imagine myself juggling 2 girls at once. And I ain't afraid to admit that. Like I'm no. And like to some men, that's every man's dream. Like, oh man, 2 girls want me at once. What a world.
I agree. I agree. I know exactly what you mean, Ghost. I agree. Jay, I'm not gonna say so. I've enjoyed certain things in life, yes. With multiple women at one time. It is what it is. It's nothing in my eyes. It's nothing that a person can't go through life and just, I can't live without doing it. No, it's people put too much into it, right? I think the best part of intercourse in general is having it with the person that you have extreme amounts of passion for and with. Because when you and that person meet up and y'all had that crazy go around, it's always gonna be that way. Because you have a passion for each other. You love and lust after each other. That's gonna be the, you know what I mean? Rather than you meet a chick and you go crazy that one time and then it's like, all right, that's it. I can't do it again. I don't want to go crazy in that again. Because there's no passion there. There's no, you know what I mean? So I understand your standpoint, and I agree with it. Because for me, I've had my share of women where it's like I could have did without that. It was it was a waste of time. I could have did without that. So, and I think every man has had that at some point. And you just got to learn how to control which brain you're thinking with. That's all it is. But when you find that one, I found my one, and she got sick of, how long I was ready to go for. I was putting out like work hours, bro. I found that one, I started putting in work hours, and I'm talking about work hours in the bedroom, hours, bro. And you know, it was like, hey, ease up a little bit, okay? I gotta live life too at some point. I gotta live life at some point. Gotta be able to walk, go to work, things of that nature. So again, that's what happens though when you get with that person that's the one. I mean, but some people just like running through uh multiple chicks. I mean, because the passion for them is having a different woman every night. That could never be my passion. You know, just saying, just saying. Yeah, everybody's different. So, question for you. It's a little off subject, but actually, it's a lot off subject. There's a bunch of games coming out soon, supposed to come out soon. What are you looking forward to the most?
Can't wait to buy Assassin's Creed Shadows and play it for myself. I'm not gonna listen to all this propaganda like, oh, it's bad, it's for like it's woke, yada yada yada. I'm going to determine that for me. Um, as far as that, I haven't really been looking forward to too much. I know I got a couple of games that I need to stream to my community that they're waiting for me to play. As far as upcoming, I haven't really been paying attention. I know like a lot of Japanese style games are coming out that I hear about. But yeah, as far as games that I want to play, yeah, Assassin's Creed, man. Oh yeah, no, Ghost of Tsushima 2. Well, I can't pronounce the other word, but pretty much Ghost of Tsushima 2. I can't wait for that either. We're all waiting for GTA 6 whenever that drops.
Yeah, if it ever drop, right? It's been delayed for like 4 years now. it's the, so I wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed again. But
Like,
I'm on the same boat. I'm on the same
hey,
boat.
by the
GTA
time
6. You saying?
no, I was saying by the time GTA 6 drops, like my both my sons gonna be graduating.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All my kids gonna be in college, out of the house by the time GTA 6 drop. But it's I'm on the same boat though. I'm waiting for GTA 6 because I haven't played GTA in God knows how long. So I'm waiting for that.
Uh,
Uh, Assassin's Creed. I know that just came out. Um, I haven't even watched. I've tried to avoid watching reviews or walkthroughs because I do want to, like, much like you, I want to play it myself. But I may watch a walkthrough and still go play it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, watching a walkthrough is still completely different from playing the game yourself. Like, it's entirely different. So yeah, I think I'm gonna pick that up. As far as anything else, much like yourself, I don't know. Ghost of Tsushima. I think I want to pick that up. I never played the first one, but I saw how good the first one was, and I wanted to play it. Um, at the time, though, I think I hadn't had the PS5 yet, and I was still on the
it's
four, and I was like, I don't want to buy any new games for the four.
beautiful on the floor too. Like
Yeah, I
it's
know
one of
they
those
did. I
games
know
where
they made
look,
it for
man,
the
just play
four,
it,
but
bro.
I knew
Just
I
play
was
it,
getting
bro.
ready to get
Just
the five.
maybe find time.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
It was one of those games where it was like it came out on the four and the five, but I knew I was about to get the five, so I didn't want to buy any games for the four. So I kind of just was like, oh, I'll wait, and then I ended up never getting it. So
we got to do.
Like I might end up still going to get it at some point for a real cheap price and play the walkthrough before
Yeah,
part two
but I don't
comes
think
out.
it was that much right now. You know,
Yeah, but it's good, man. Gaming. I did see a video a while back where some female called dudes childish for wanting to play video games. And I'm just like, well, it's either that or hang out in the streets, right? Why would you
equally
prefer
easier.
for dudes to be out in the streets? I'd rather you be in the house playing your games, whether it's for streaming or for as a hobby or whatever it is. Go do
Especially
that
versus
rather than being out in
lost.
these streets.
Like you, pretty much bottom line, you know where I am.
Exactly. So it's like, I mean, I could be running around dog walking somebody else's girl, but I'm playing games instead. Be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Like, look. You're not gonna get one of those phone calls and be like, yo, man, over here. What you gonna do about it, girl? Excuse me, my man is really right around the corner. Playing
Exactly.
Call of Duty's Black Ops 6. Who is this? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It's like get out of here with that bull, bro. I had
All right.
in the past. I had a female. Just a crazy story, real quick. I had a female I had never met call my phone, and when my girl answered the phone, she told her that she was pregnant by me. Never met the girl. Never saw her day in my life. She lived in a whole nother state. Told my girl she was pregnant by me. I was like, what? Even my girl was like, what? You sound stupid. She's like, you sound stupid. I'm like, what?
Allegations.
Like, what are you doing? Why is that? Why is that what you say there? I'm like, that's dumb. And I hadn't like I knew the girl from conversation. We had conversations, but we never hung out. Never saw her. I don't even remember how I met her. I think she saw me online or something like that. And we just would talk as friends. And yeah, I'm like, that's different. That's different. Never heard that one. Yeah, I'm pregnant by him. No, you've never seen him. Why are you lying? Bro, it's still to this day it blows my mind. It's like mind boggling. I'll never understand it. But I'll tell you what. Um, it's been a Friday instead of a Thursday. I'm thinking I may permanently move the show to Fridays. I kind of like it better because then I can sleep in the morning. I ain't gotta get up early for work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I might do that. Folks, we thank y'all for coming through. We thank y'all for joining us. We're gonna get up out of here. Um, we're gonna stay underneath that 2 hour mark. All right. It's been a great show, great night. Thank everybody that came through. Jay, I am. I was gonna ask you. Should I ask you? Okay. Tell the people where they can find you, Jay.
Man, probably need to get like a banner or a second logo made. J6 on everything, Twitch, getting better at TikTok, of course, YouTube. I don't know what the hell Blue Sky is, but I am on X. So yeah, I actually have a video dropping, scheduled to drop tomorrow morning around 9, 10 is wherever you live at. So if you like mock drafts, if you're a sports fan in general, please go check that out. I also do. I plan on doing other videos, but I got sorted out. I got planned out. Like I got all these activities in my head, but just trying to not collectively, responsibly release them so I don't get overwhelmed. So it doesn't go into my schedule with my kids and school and other ways of life. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I'm on the same boat. And as I said earlier, y'all please check out this man's content. It's absolutely fire. I mean, this man be going in, and I can't wait to watch the draft video in the morning. Listen, I know it's gonna be fire, so I'm gonna be entertained. And this man seems to hit on as far as what the Panthers are gonna do and what the Panthers like. He is fully in tune. He is fully in tune. I think we had conversation. There was like 3 guys that it leaked out that the Panthers were interested in wanting personal interviews with him, and it was all guys that he said if he was the Panthers GM, he'd be looking at. And I'm just telling you, the dude's got it on point. Go check him out, especially if you're a Panthers fan. Go check him out. But if you love good content in general, this is a man that's worth watching. For me, you catch me right here, and that's about it. I got other social media. I just don't use it.
Man, my man's gonna start streaming soon.
I just don't use it. You know what I'm saying? I got other social media. I just don't use it. But I'm a start. All right, your boy's gonna get fired up on everything if I can. Y'all, thank you for coming through. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna go get me some sleep. Love y'all. Have a great evening, and stay blessed. All right.